Legacy Bomberman. It's been posting a fair number of results lately. So, yeah, I'm playing one Ancient 10. Not sure if it's right or not. I just wanted another artifact from Mox Opal, is the reality behind the one Ancient 10. And I wanted it to cost 0. And the other options kind of suck. So, one Ancient 10 it is. There's not much to say about this deck that I haven't said before. Mystic Forge is the new addition from M20. I think it's pretty good. I think someone ran the numbers and like the expected number of cards is like 2.2. Obviously, like all of these terminate it, and like hitting a 4-drop is not the best, but you can also like exile one of the things. Yeah, the versions I played before had 4 Mox, but Mox was honestly wasn't great a lot of the time, but that's why I'm playing 1 Ancient Den and 3 Mox. You could also play 4 Mox, 0 Den. The other versions from like the SCGs had 6 planes, 0 Ancient Den, but I think it's all kind of lateral as it is. This time I've cut way down on the wish board, which I think is fine. Yeah, Thran Lens does not work with Mystic Forge. That is true. Is there anything else to say about the deck? I'm playing Cast Out instead of Banishing Light. I don't know which one's better still. You could make a case for either... Wait. How do I only have one Containment Priest? Hold up. I think something went wrong. I was supposed to have more Containment Priests. Let me check one thing real quick. Well, what does my deck list say on the side? I don't know how that happened. Nope, one Containment Priest. I don't know. I might go back to more. Yo, DT Lurch, thank you for the sub. The reason that people have been playing more planes lately is because Renin 6 means there are more wastelands. But I'm not even sure that you should actually care about that much. I'm not sure. I think the better lists have been running 6 planes, 0 den, but I kind of feel like 1 den is okay to run. In any case, I'm gonna give this a go now. Whoa. Yep, Legacy League. Let's go. By the way, this league is sponsored by Long Deck, so shout out to him for donating. And here we go, match 1 with Mono White Bomberman. Can people hear the humidifier anymore? Hypothetically, I put a noise whatever on it so you can't hear it. Might end up playing a second Containment Priest, I'm not sure. I play second Priest. I still really like Wormcoil, but don't know. It's hard. There's like so many cards I want to play, but there's not enough space. Really, this list in particular, I think, is built better versus depths. Eddie. Oh, I think we're playing against Edgar. This is a keep, though. I'm very quiet. How about now? How about now? Well, whatever. I'll figure out later. So what was I gonna do? I guess City Go is probably correct. And the next turn I'll play Mystic Forge. Yeah. Kind of wish... Also, well, there's a few things I've been wondering. I've been considering one Gemstone Caverns, maybe even two. Kind of think you can just get away with the card disadvantage in this deck, but... I'm gonna Chalice on one now, actually. Should I Bauble Edgar now? Nah. This is tough. I think I'm gonna just cycle both Baubles, then play a 4-drop next turn. Yeah, that's what I was basically figuring out. Let's take a gander. So Force of Negation. Let's see if I flip the Force again. Oh, Wasteland. Okay. Well, I guess those are good to know about. Almost, yeah. Play Mystic Forge and see if Edgar forces it. I'd rather they force this than this, actually, is the reality. You know, must avow thank you for the follow. Alright, so it gets dissipated, essentially, but that's fine. I think I care more about the Salvagers resolving, because I can loop a bunch of Baubles. They might waste me, but so be it. I mean, it's better for them to... It's better for me if they waste this one than I think this one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's not even true, actually. Alright. I'm not going to cycle the Bauble. I need it as part of my mana base right now, essentially. Which is kind of awkward, but... Just say go. Kind of hoping we've stranded a bunch of 1-drops in Edgar's hand. One-way sandbar. Love it. Alright, so we don't know any cards in their hand. Oh, shoot, it's not updated? Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I thought I updated it. Doing so real quick. Alright, I think it's updated now. What was I gonna do? I think play Karn. I'm gonna play Karn. I have in games versus Collector Oof, Oxidize. That's fine. Next turn I'm going to ram the Salvagers and see if it works. They might kill my Mox. Or Chalice, rather. Guess. Never did not have that. So a Cavern would be a really good draw, actually. Alright, I'm still gonna go for it. Don't think it really improves for me to wait. Sucks. This also makes sense. Well, couldn't really do anything about this. I guess I'll put this in play to play around him. But, say go now. I'm gonna cycle the Bauble at their end step to see what's going on. Basically, you never want to have a card in your hand on their turn, because they can just, like, mess with it in so many ways. This might be a K command. Alright, yeah, it's fine. This is not going well. Can't even play that. I think I'm going to lose to a barrage of 1-drops, but we'll see. Maybe... Okay, well that makes sense. I know there's a Tarn in their hand, I think. Do I know about the Tarn? Probably going to lose now, though. K command is so brutal in this matchup. This is basically the matchup where I want Wormcoil Engine. Snow-covered mountain. So I guess Edgar has more snow basics than the stock list. Alright. Guess I'll say play the Sego. I'm so dead though. I cannot fathom winning from here. Like, all of their ones are unlocked. I actually believe the key to this matchup is getting a Salvagers to stick and just recurring Baubles, but that didn't happen this game, unfortunately. Yeah, like, this is probably going to do it. I'll take a few draw steps, but I'm mostly dead. Alright. At some point, I'm allowed to concede. Now we'll pack it in. The recurring sandbar / wasteland is actually, I think, plenty good to defeat me here, so. Alright, this does not particularly improve. Guess I want cast out. I don't think their answer has a queen answer for cast out, so that's kind of nice. Then I'm gonna shave some opals, actually. I'll shave 2 opals, I think. I believe the Baubles are too important. I think Petal is mostly better than Opal. No, I mean, the thing is if I resolve Karn... maybe I should, actually. The problem is, this card kind of sucks for his K command. Is actually a huge problem. I'm not sure, though. I guess I could go like that, though. Alright, I'll try this. I'm not sure. I feel like this is a tough matchup. We basically ran out of bombs last game, but I'm not sure if we could have like done anything else. So I can play turn 2 Karn, so I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna go Plains Go, I think. Basically don't want to be wastelanded for no reason. I hope it's not Thoughtseize. Damn it, Edgar. There goes my game plan. Alright, come on, something good. Alright, I guess that's acceptable. Alright. Somehow have to hope this is good enough. It might not be, actually probably won't be, but it's better than nothing, I think. Hope to draw Karn or Forge, or even Baubles are like okay, actually. Mentor gone. It's not good. I'm gonna play Plains here and kill my city, but kind of awkward, obviously. Don't think I could do much about that. Chose not to shuffle. That's also a bad sign, really. Not good. Not good. We'll just get our 2-point beats on. I guess that's a moral victory. Except I think what's likely to happen is I'm getting Jaced here, which is why the Triumph was cast. Alright, well, they're stuck on lands, but it's the classic draft dilemma of Screw versus Flood. Who's going to win? I believe Screw is going to win here, unfortunately. Alright. Alright, guess I have to cycle this Bauble on my turn, or on their turn. Oh shit. No, this makes me want to... Damn it. Now if I cycle the Bauble... I can't cycle it now. Alright, well, that's something at least. I don't have force. Damn. That was actually a likely holding for Edgar? Well, no, but because Lattice cost 6, I only have 5. But also it didn't resolve. So now I'm just going to Bauble Edgar. Alright, well. I'm gonna sandbag this to discard Decay command in case I get commanded. That sucks. Alright, Renin 6. This probably means Snapcaster. So I know they have Triumph, so playing the Mentor out without getting value out of it is really unappealing. So I'm not going to do that. Just play the city and say go. I feel pretty dead though, unfortunately. Alright, something good? Because that qualifies. Alright, I'll lead on Mentor and see what happens. Care more about this one. So the reason I did it this way is I'd rather them edict my Mentor than my Salvagers, actually, which is kind of wild if you think about it. I'm going to return Mishra's Bauble. Cast it. Everything's resolving. No, what's going on? That's good too. Maybe they just don't have anything good in their hand. No. See, Daryl and Edgar are very anti Dead of Winter. They're more pro Plague Engineer. Oh, so now all my shit is dead. That sucks. Alright, this makes sense. I'm not happy about it, but it makes sense. No, now I'm fucked again. Guess. Guess they might have another force, but I can't do anything. Again, I just have to keep casting my things and hope it's good enough. They haven't cast a command yet, but regardless, their last 2 cards were Found and Ponder. So I kind of just hope they flood out now. Not super likely, but it is a hope. Need to just Bauble them. Upgrades Polluted Delta. Right. So Salvagers off the top would be a win. Well, sort of. I would draw a lot of cards, but... So their hand is Delta and Mire that I know of because I Baubled them. That's not particularly good. That's right, I can't. I guess I can start looping Baubles to draw 1 card on their turn. That sucks. So, for what it's worth, there was no reason to play those because if I drew a Mentor, it would be better. Damn. They still have a mire in their hand, I believe, that I know about. Choose not to shuffle, return nothing. Alright. Guess I'll Chalice on one. Maybe I was supposed to Chalice on 3, actually. What's up, Beers SC? What happens if I Chalice on 3? Shuts off K command? Maybe 1's still better. I guess 1's still better. I was thinking about 3, though. Problem is, I'm going to die to the Renault if it ever gets to that point. It might not even get to that point, like, considering what's happening in this game. Alright, I guess that's something at least. Alright. Not allowed to have things. So, ult and possibly decay on my Chalice, plus... Or they might just have Force of Negation for every single card I play. Oh, they have a Snap? Well, that's not good either. Pretty dead. I assume my Chalice is being killed. I mean, I guess I have to cast it. I don't think it actually does that much, really. Right, the problem is it doesn't actually do that much, right? I'm gonna name Construct on this one. So, I guess I'll bluff something, even though there's, like, not much I could have. It's, like, impossible for me to have almost anything good in my deck, because... The problem is, like, Bomberman, the way it's built, you can't really have that many instants in it, because they're just not good in the construction of the deck most of the time. Especially in that matchup, I don't think you want many instants in your deck. That was pretty disappointing, but... It also is, like, is what it is, you know? It's like a tougher matchup in general. I'm not sure that solves the issue versus 4-color control, especially when they have Wasteland Decay and like stuff like that. I could try that. I haven't actually tried it, so maybe it's better than it looks. Playing against MZ Frost. This person has a wide range of decks that they play. They play like anything from Hogak to Stoneblade, so... Four lands is a lot of lands. And none of them are soul lands. I think I'm gonna just ship. This I think is actually significantly better. The question is, what do I bottom? Probably Salvagers. Could bottom Ballista actually. That might be better to bottom. So if I bottom Ballista, I draw a white source and my hand becomes pretty good. I don't even really need the Ballista until much later. I could bottom the Salvagers too, but I kind of feel like that's better than Ballista. Like, I think Ballista by itself in this hand is not very good, whereas Salvagers, if you draw a white source, becomes pretty good. Yeah, first off, I'm on the draw. The Bauble's going to become something else. B, depends on the speed of the matchup, too. So I'm actually going to bottom Ballista. There's not that many decks that play Mana Dorks anymore, though, is like one of the things. I have no interest in playing the Chalice now, really. I think I'm just going to jam Mentor. And then cycle my Baubles. Alright. Just say go. I'll probably crack both the Baubles at their end step. There's no reason to do it right now. Right. That, don't really care about that. I mean, basically they have everything they want lined up pretty much. So their top card is Verdant, and they have a Peatland in their hand. Would like to draw... Did not work out well, but at least the Chalice gives me some triggers. Maybe I'll get to like lethal them through their stuff. So this is... If I save this as a plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next turn, is that lethal through blockers maybe? It might be actually. So I'm going to save this as like a weird pump spell. I think it's worth more damage to save it as +5/+5 than it is to make a monk, essentially. I might have lethal through like Merit Lage or some weird shit, I guess. It depends on what I draw precisely. Mox. The pitch Peatland. They may or may not have Catacombs in their hand. Thing is, if they have to spend a turn... Okay, they have another peat land in their hand. If they have to spend a turn using this for depths, then I might be okay. If they have crop rotation, obviously it's like a lot worse for me. Alright, they have crop rotation. Okay. Well, guess that's good to know about. Oh, it does get countered. So I might be okay then, actually. Yeah. Don't mind my goofiness. Almost any spell was going to be lethal there then. Alright. Yeah, I'm doing what you did to me, F711. Literally doing the same thing. Let's see. I kind of have a hybridized board currently. I'm trying to decide what I want to take out. Actually, I don't really like this card versus them. Maybe I just set out Chalice? Yeah, I think that's actually probably the side out. Because I also want to have my plows. I have 2 Karakas, which is kind of nice. How many Sky Sovereigns do you own? I think I own like 7 personally from drafts. And I had a 4x set of Kaladesh. I still need to side out 1 card. I think I might side out a nah, not a Ballista. Probably a yeah. Prince, I had lethal through Merit Wage, yes. That's why I was discussing sandbagging the Chalice the turn before. If that makes sense. Because I said I could potentially cut a Forge. Like, I said I wanted to sandbag Chalice because I think making a monk was worse than giving +5/+5 essentially for the upcoming turn. Anyways, I think I'll cut 1 Forge versus them, even though I think the card's pretty good. On the play, I'll probably bring it back in. Because this is like one of the best cards versus heavy discard. So I have the Karakas, which is super powerful. And depending on what I draw, I could have a Salvagers on turn 2. So I think I'm going to keep. Obviously, they could have like a Busto hand that like doesn't care about any of this. You know, it's we lost round 1 to Edgar, but you know that'll happen sometimes. Right. They probably take Bauble. I kind of hate mulliganing a lot versus the deck that has like 7 to 8 discard. Took Bauble. That's pretty good too. Sort of. I mean, Karakas and Plow sort of occupy the same space. I think I'm going to just play Ancient Tomb. I guess I could play Karakas and say go. If they waste it, it kind of sucks. But the most likely thing I'm going to have to do is Plow a 2-drop. So... Well, if they play Confidant, I really want to waste it. Sucks, I guess. Alright, well, guess I'm not going to get to keep that Plow anyways. I think my play is actually defensible. They only played 3 Wastelands for worth. And actually, for what it's really worth, Bob only played 2 Wasteland. So I think my play is actually fine. kind of wondering why they got Swamp instead of Bayou from their fetch on turn 1. It's absolutely fine. Actually, that's a great point, Stu. Maybe they had this fetch the entire time, I guess. Hex Mage? I don't... Yeah, why did they fetch Swamp? I'm still trying to figure that out. This way I don't have to give up both of my one of my petals. Right. Upkeep, I'm going to exile that. Looking for Plow or Karn. Ooh, they don't even have it. Okay. Still gonna exile upkeep. Because drawing that is pretty bad, I think. Question exile this other... Oh, I guess maybe it's better for me to draw it and see what's on top. Alright. I guess that makes sense, actually. Alright. Well, I'm gonna exile this one. Alright. 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 Float a white. Alright, so the real question is, should I keep the Mentor? Yeah, I guess so. Guess I can't do anything. Yeah, I'll draw it off Baubles. I'm gonna crack both Baubles. On my upkeep, I could hypothetically exile it with Forge. Alright, there's the depths. There's Reclaimer, which I don't think actually does anything. So I'll cycle versus Bauble first, I guess. I guess I'm gonna cycle both, so it doesn't really matter. So they have a Mox Diamond in their hand. Abrupt Decay is on top of their deck. So I don't think I want the Mentor anymore now. So Bridge is not even in and out. Sorry, Karn for Bridge is not in and out. So I need Karakas, Plow. There's two... Did I side and cast out? Did side and cast out. Alright. I think I'm going to exile this Mentor, but obviously, like, this could backfire. Alright, guess I'm forced to draw that. Guess I'm forced to draw that. Guess I'm forced to draw that. No, that doesn't quite work. Oh, actually it does. Right. I think I have exactly enough to do everything I want, right? Karn for bridge. How am I going to spend all my mana? Right, that's how. This one, I guess, will also be unhuman because so I have to get bridge, right? Do I have to lead? Don't I have 3? Getting lattice does not do anything. I will not do that. So I think I'm supposed to get bridge. I know. Trust me, I know. They can still kill the Karn with their 3/4 though. Yes, they do have decay. They cannot. Look, this is fine. I'll show you all what's about to happen, I think. Alright, so they're gonna draw decay. They cannot decay and also give their thing protection from white. So they're going to choose to decay, then I'm going to plow it, then I'll get the lattice and the game will end, right? Is what's actually going to happen? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, there's a cast out on top of my deck. That's funny too. So yeah, plow here. They cast decay on my bridge, obviously, because I think that's a force play. Reclaimer actually probably attacks Karn then? Yeah. Alright, so I guess... Alright, this is fine still. They can't cast crop rotation. They can't cast crop rotation. Alright, so now it's... I can't actually cast this cast out, but I think I still want to draw it. Right, maybe it doesn't matter that I don't have... Let's see, if I cast that... I use LED to cast that. Okay. Because I thought I might need the lead for something else. Beer's SC. That might have been a mistake. I'm thinking if I want to cycle cast out in response, hold for white. Do I want to do that? Karn can animate the forge, but do I want to do that? A lot of tough decisions this turn. I think I'm going to cycle the cast out and crack for white in response. Sucks. I guess I will just plus on my Mystic Forge. I think I actually do want to draw this land now, but not 100% on it. Notably, I think their deck cannot really easily remove this unless if they have Assassin's Trophy. 1, 2, 3. I'll have 4 mana. What can I get? It's an Urborg. So I probably want to draw that land, yeah. Although the Cavern doesn't really... It gets me to 3. Maybe I should... So, there are a lot of pieces of this puzzle missing. I need white mana, first off. And I need like a 4-drop creature, sort of. That sucks. That actually is removal for Karn. Kind of think I still want to draw this Cavern, though, right? I'm gonna draw the Cavern. I'll exile that. Don't think that is very good. That's also not very good. I'll name human because, like, my constructs being uncounterable doesn't do anything, and I need the colored mana. But I think I'm going to exile that upkeep. The way I get punished is if my top card is exactly, well, actually, they're pretty close to reassembling, right? So, it's not great all around. Like, if they find depths here, I basically need to... Alright. Yeah, I need to find a lot. Oh wait, Alan, are you playing Las Vegas? Just utterly curious. So that's probably going to find depths then. Well, I don't think Ancient Tomb is my best draw. Ironically, I think that is my best draw. What does that do? Not sure. I can loop Baubles to draw a plow during their upkeep. So there's going to be a lot of clicking. I can draw like 27 cards. I only have 1 plow and 1 cast out left. So I probably am supposed to draw 28 cards to make it nearly deterministic. Yes, you just crack LED with the Bauble triggers on the stack prints. Or with Petal. Oh, I can also just return all my petals, too. That's cute. I forgot. This is the worst part of this. Yeah, I can... Oops. This is the most tedious part of this deck. Yeah, I agree. Attempted rationalism. This is why I will basically not play this deck in like an MTGO MCQ or something like that. If my opponent doesn't want to concede, that is their prerogative. What's up, Mike? Thank you, opponent. It's not that bad, but it's also kind of horrible. Stream Decker. Cardboard Alive, I guess, is the link. Yep, thank you, opponent. What's this hand do? This is a mulligan. I guess I'm not... I'm getting old. Nowadays, I don't have the patience for that stuff anymore, Tarmogoofy. To bottom... probably a Bauble, I guess, right? I'm gonna bottom a Mishra's Bauble. Yo, thank you, F711. I still enjoy MH1 Limited. I kind of regret not going, but not enough to spend hundreds of dollars to fly to Vegas at the last minute. Mike, don't say that. I don't want to draw land. Mike, come on. I'm only going to crack one Bauble because if I draw exactly Opal and a 4-drop, then I would rather have the second Bauble in play. Or the second artifact in play. Is it Moon Stompy? I'm gonna look at their top card to get more information. Alright, it's more likely to be Moonstompy with a snow-covered mountain, I think. Alright. Make a monk. I think it is very, very likely to be Moonstompy now. Because if you think about it, how many decks play 2 mountains in Legacy? It could be goblins, technically, but I think it's slightly more likely to be Moonstompy than goblins. So, alright, well. Ooh, it's Painter. No, it's Painter. Y'all, this is Painter Grindstone. I want to draw Karn the Great Creator. It's the best card in the matchup by a lot. Alright, cycle this. There's a blast. I guess they'll get to blast my thing, but that's okay. Maybe I'll hit enough baubles that it won't matter. Don't want that. Damn it. Don't want that either. Oh well. Three, four. Maybe they won't see the line of killing my Mystic Forge. How likely is that? Pretty damn unlikely, I think. This seems like a high variance matchup. So they used Reb instead of Pyroblast? Oh, I guess they were planning on using both. Alright, well, I'm pretty dead, I think. If I attack with both, and they block here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can only pump once. Well, actually, if they block, they'll have 1 damage locked in, then I can pump and then kill it. So I guess I'll attack with the monks and see what they do. No, because if you attack with the ballista, they just block Painter on here. And you don't really accomplish that much, do you? You end up with a tapped ballista as opposed to an untapped ballista, right? Alright. In case. Just gonna main phase it. Don't think there's a reason not to. Alright, Seiko. Hope I don't die, but obviously it's possible. So this gets grindstoned, I assume. But they need another artifact. Oh. So they can weld. Well, gonna need a good one. That's not it. I guess that's actually okay still, right? Because what I actually have to do is use the ballista to kill both of those. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I get a free attack in. I don't think I do, because if I let them untap... Actually, maybe I do. What happens if I attack? Actually, they just triple block, right? Yeah. That doesn't actually work. So... I guess I'll just blow up both of the goblins and hope to draw something good. I thought about it, Eddie, but I think if they just triple block, that doesn't end well for me, right? The water thing's definitely on, Julian. I followed his directions exactly and it worked out. Do I know any of their cards? Eddie, if you make them make the play, I think it actually ends up poorly for you, is what I'm saying. Guess I'll look at one of their cards now. Wormcoil Engine. Good lord. Right, that might be a problem. Oh, that's the reason to hold. Alright. Okay. Too late now, yeah. Shit. So I chump there and hope to draw something good next turn. Let's see, go. Sandbagging this in case I draw a Mentor. I have to block here pretty much. That sucked. Whatevs. Chalice looks really good in this matchup, actually. My plan is to set it on 1. Shuts off a lot of their deck. But the question is, do I side in Plow, then? Probably not. Why Priest? That only works for Welder, bringing in... Well, Painter actually generally does not play Chalice, in my experience, the Doe. That is my personal experience. And I'm going to... Should I side out Chalice then? Maybe I should just side out Chalice then. Alright. I'm being talked into that then. I'll shave 3 Urza's Baubles. I think it's the worst card in the matchup, actually. No, I think I want to keep the Crypts here, right? Maybe Crypt is better than Cast Out? I think I need the Cast Out for opposing Karns. Opposing Karn is like a huge problem for this deck. Maybe Plow is kind of shitty, actually. Kind of feel like it's not actually great. Alright. I'll have a Crypt instead of a Plow, I think. I'd rather have max plows versus like depths. I'm not sure I actually need all three in a matchup like this because maybe I was wrong. I don't know. This hand's like pretty insane. I'm gonna play Mentor in turn 1. Turn 2, I'll play Karn. You could make a case for Mystic Forge, but I think Karn's actually better to play on that turn. So I'm going to do something that looks goofy. I'm going to wish for LED this turn. And then depending on what happens next turn, I might just get the Skyboat. Or I could get Mycosynth Lattice, I guess. It really depends on what happens on their turn, I suppose, is the reality. Yeah, usually in a lot of these situations, I just get LED on the first one. That's what I found to be correct. Personally. Obviously, like, it's kind of complicated to figure out what you're supposed to do. They could weld my LED into that. Choose black. Wait, hold on. I would like to point something out. They cast Mirror Servant, conceded the game, then chose black. Does anyone else think that's kind of funny? I think it's kind of funny that you can choose a color after you've conceded. Alright. I guess I'll actually have the third plow in over Crypt. Yeah, but that's different. That's like an illegal game action. Or not illegal. It's just a game action. Alright, game 3 versus Mono Red Painter. I'm pretty sure it's Mono Red. Although, like, it's hard to be sure. Because we saw a bunch of snow. Mountains. So close. If I had a soul land, I would keep. Or sorry, if I had a Chalice, I would keep. This hand, on the other hand, is, I think, quite good. 1, 2, 3. Play that. I think I bottomed the cast out. Obviously, like, I'm a little bit short on what I need still, but I can't fathom mulliganing this. I think it would be an error to do so. I just bottomed cast out, right? Mentor's so good. It's kind of insane how good it is. Alright, guess I got. I mean, wasn't gonna not do the thing I did. If only I had gotten one more monk. So the question is, do I crack this Bauble? It's sort of like a third of my mana base right now, which is kind of annoying, but let's see what they do before I decide. Alright, now I don't think I do that. Not good. Now I'm definitely saving Bauble, because the problem is I actually do need... Actually, now I need a land, right? So maybe I was actually supposed to crack it? Alright, well... Now I'm gonna crack it, because they're actually likely to revoke her. I only have one Ancient Den. Yeah, now I have to crack it, I think. How are we gonna lose like this now? So sad. Another problem is when I draw land, my city will immediately die. So it's not looking great. So I basically need to draw a bunch of lands in a row. None of my cards really do anything. Guess I get Ballista on the hopes I draw a land. Ballista for 1. But I'm kind of screwed as it is, I think. No, they can actually loop their Revoker into Wellspring if they want to, and I think that's probably correct. Alright. This seems weird. I will definitely trade my Monk token for your Revoker. That's fine. I'm so dead. Kind of unreal how dead I am. Do they always side in Lightning Bolt in this matchup? That's my real question. I don't think I was ever going to play around Lightning Bolt. I'm just curious if they sided in always in this matchup. Yeah. Why did they do that? I guess they really don't want to draw it. Kind of curious why they entombed Wormcoil Engine. Because, like, on its face, that seems like a really peculiar play, right? Maybe for a welder later on. So the reasons to do that, I think, are A, you don't want to draw it. B, you already have a welder in your hand, right? Alright, now I'm fucked. Yo, sub for... Oh. Your username's literally an advertisement for someone else. I see. So I can force a block, but the thing is they can start looping their Revoker and Wellspring. So I'm pretty dead, I think. I guess I'll see if they see it. Problem is all my spells cost 3. And all my artifacts are null rotted. So kind of think they should have moved their Wellspring into a Revoker and blocked with Revoker. Then, so, oh, I guess it would be a lot better if you did that next turn, actually. I don't know. There's basically a lot of welder tricks you can do here eventually, and they almost all lead to me dying, so I don't think it really matters. What was with that block? It doesn't really matter. You can just use this engineer whenever you want, because you're constrained on red. Ensnaring Bridge beat down. That is one way to do it. Probably also deadening. Karn is alive, yeah. Yeah, maybe my opponent will tap their Trinisphere. Sub B Raj 8264. Currently dying really badly. Can't even cast anything because of opposing Karn. It all sucks. My white boobs towards the Plowshares look pretty cool. Yeah, they look sort of Azorius-y by this point. That one's not allowed to attack. This one's allowed to attack, though. So if my opponent has another mana source, or if they attack with their Trinisphere, they could Painter Grindstone me. Either or works. hope my opponent, like, somehow messes this up. I really should have been dead a while ago, I think, though. I feel like I should have been dead, like, 2 turns ago. I'm not really sure, though. None of my cards actually do anything. They converted Great Furnace into a Wellspring. I don't know what's going on. Never gonna draw white mana. Alright, so the reason I named Construct is to get Walking Ballista through Pyroblast. I'm gonna go to 2, whatever, like, if I die to, like, random... Oh, whoops. Actually, I should not go to 2, because that literally leaves me dead on board. So I won't do that. Because they can just turn Great Furnace into Revoker and attack me with all their creatures, I think works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I block off the 2 power creatures then, so maybe it does work. Alright. If you kill me from this board state, fine. Nah, they're just having a ball grinding value. That's what it looks like to me anyways. They're up like 1,000,000 cards. Well, we don't know that they're a him, right? So let's just be wary of that term usage. Oh, there's a grindstone. Alright, I guess I die. I will concede once the activation resolves. I'm not going to let them grindstone me because we might be repaired later in the night. So I want to keep them guessing as to exact list. Really? Now I'm dead. Alright. Only took like 7 extra turns, I think, or something like that. I don't know. It took extra turns, for sure. But I am definitely dead. I'm probably going to end up cutting this. Kakuloso, why would you ask a question like that? What is the purpose of that question? Also, this hand is like a turn 3 kill-ish, so I'm not going to mulligan. Obviously, like, I don't have any disruption, but... Also, our opponent's 61 cards, which probably means they're Hogak Depths. Or, hear me out, they're 61 card elves. Or they're Nick Fit. Because, you know, that's what that deck does. I really hope I don't get Cabal Therapied for... Actually name Construct to keep them guessing right now. Oh, I should have played LED actually. Right. Okay, yes, they don't have Cabal Therapy. By the literal definition of the word possibility, yes, it could be a thing. Right, Soul End. I'm gonna say go. I'm not gonna play the Mentor out because I'd rather play Salvagers and win next turn instead by looping Baubles. Stu, I don't do that anymore. Pack Tests M76, thank you for the follow. Cubs fan, it technically can, but if you have 4 mana floating, it doesn't. Whoa. What the hell? Okay, I guess they just don't have Cabal Therapy in their hand. Now comes the painful part. So, yes, I would play around in news activation here. Because I would have 2 activations of my thing up. Maybe, I don't know. IRL will be a lot easier. It is popped out. I guess it could be popped out. Oh, I guess I can do like this. Well, that doesn't really help because I still have to go down there, right? It's much worse. There's a reason you don't actually see this deck all that often online, really. This is the worst part of the deck for sure. But, you know, someone gave me $20 to stream it, so I'm not going to say no, really. No, because, like, you have to pick a target, essentially. True Nightmare. I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. I'll let someone else answer that, B-Raj, while I'm doing my thing. Someone else answer that. I'm too busy doing this stupid thing. Exile in their hand. I have no idea how many Bauble triggers I actually have on the stack. IRL, I would probably get a piece of paper out to track all this. Ben White's, yeah. I mean, like, the problem is, Ben, you know the problem with these sort of loopy decks, right? On Magic Online. The problem is also, I know they have Path in their hand. Alright. Yes, my opponent can see you. Thank you, opponent. I'm gonna say thanks in the chat. Oh, opponent just conceded the match. They were just off it. Now my thanks sort of looks like a rub-in, even though it wasn't intended to be. The problem is I actually have to go through all that. I'm not, like, trying to BM them. I'm actually doing the thing I need to do to win the game because I have no cards in my hand. So the reason Magic Online doesn't have macros, I think, is that, well, I'll let a computer scientist answer. Ben, if you want to chime in, it would be, I would enjoy your input as to why Magic Online doesn't have macros. I'll let the software engineers and computer scientists answer. Jeskai Future Sight creature? What is this card? Oh, I have a match. Match 5 of 822 EM. This hand's pretty bad. This is probably a keep. I think I'll bottom one of my Urza's Baubles. My opponent's probably like Blue-White Blade or something. But let's find out. Alright, yeah, that looks a lot like Blue-White Blade. Because Karn's really good in it, Ben White's. If that answers your question. Karn. They have a Snapcaster and a True Name in their deck. You hate to see that, actually. Alright, let's say go. I'm a white source away from looping all my things with, Note, if they actually force a negation the LED, it terminates the loop. So, I hope they don't have that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, Karn plus LED is really messed up. You can just, like, insta-bridge your opponent if you need to. Or you can, like, consistently turn 3 Lattice your opponent, which is generally not really okay. That's good. Do I play around Plow? Yo, should I play around Plow or not? I feel like I'm supposed to, actually. Because I have another Salvagers in my hand, so I can... Even if they have Plow, they would basically need 2 Plows to answer both. And it costs me all my resources. Nah, I think waiting's better, Mike. Oh, well, they didn't Plow. Alright, well now they did. Yes. Alright, got him. Opponent's like white-blue Stoneblade. Yo, Powerhawk, thank you for the follow. That name sounds familiar, I'm not sure why. Well, it wastes a lot of time if you force me to go through the entire combo, I think is the answer. I think I'm gonna cut 2 Baubles in this matchup. Yeah, I probably want Disenchant for back to basics as well. Maybe I cut 3 Baubles then. Don't really want my other cards. Yeah, I'll call this a day. Generally, I found the equipment not to be that relevant, but your mileage might vary, obviously. Yeah, I think this is like barely a keep actually, but it's not like the most insane. But I think it's good. Phyrexian Mana Disenchant. That seems unlikely to be printed. Yeah, I don't even understand why you would want that to be a thing. No. I don't think so, the dough, but obviously you could make a case for it. I'll just Karn here. Make them have something. Alright, they Force Pitch Snap. Did they mulligan? Didn't. Hoping to draw a Bauble, really? Okay, that's fine. Sort of. I have a lot of lands, at least, so we can sort of rebuild. It's not great for me. Unless they have to lose their Jace. Alright. I have a plan. It's just not very good. Which is this. Yeah, the problem is, like, there's not actually a lot of threats in the Bomberman deck, I think, as Attempted Rationalism saying. So you're, even when that card's not great, you're not really allowed to side it out, I think. Teferi. Okay. I'm pretty dead. Mobilization does not seem great. You don't have that many white sources is actually a problem. Not convinced this should be in their deck versus me, but I don't know, obviously. Alright, we can pack it in now. I'm not going to escape from this scenario, given all my lands are under back to basics now. Okay. Not going to change anything. Just going to actually hope for so I have Chalice for one on turn 2. Then if I draw a soul land, it's pretty good. I guess I'll keep. It's like not the most insane hand, but the Chalice is pretty strong. I think I'm going to Mishra's Bauble them. At some point, not sure when. Right, probably now. I think I'm actually going to cycle the cast out too. Right. Reasonable. Jesus. Right. Well. Okay. Pretty sure the shuffler is broken. That's a bold claim. I'll let the computer scientists in the chat handle that one. Yes, it's first up, it is Magic Online, but there's just like so many public shuffling algorithms. They deleted the explain quality thing, I think. No, I think they deleted it. Interesting. Oh, they didn't delete it. Alright, fair enough. This is a good pinch on them? Sort of. I wonder if they left in Verdict versus me. Well, don't go there. How do I pop back in? Alright, there we go. Note, Salvagers plus LED plus Mentor is infinite monks, which is sort of a thing. I'm just going to deploy another Mentor. If they have Verdict, it'll be a rough punish, but that's okay. Because if I draw another land, I can actually kill them the turn afterwards. Yeah, this is fine, though. Like, nothing's happening. Nothing bad is happening to us, which makes me think their hand is all ones. Because they didn't even flash in a snap to block. Alright, the question is, how do I play this? I guess I'll try to kill the Teferi first. It's kind of cowardly to do this, but leading on Karn's better versus Verdict, I guess. Alright, I'll play around Verdict because I think I can afford to do so. Like, now if they have Verdict, they're really incentivized to cast it at end step. Alright, this is also fine. I don't really care about that. Alright, now I'm going to play the Salvagers and do my thing. That doesn't make sense because the turn before they didn't use Snapcaster to block a single Mentor, so you can write that off as a possibility. I'm not playing around it. I think it costs way too much time. If they Verdict me, it'll suck, but whatever. I don't think they actually leave it in this matchup, if I had to guess. Waits to be Verdicted this turn. I'm going to return Bauble and Chalice this turn, I think. Or I could just return Bauble 3 times, actually. Alright. 3 and 2. Still have clicking. I might change some things up to try for the next week. If you all have any suggestions, I'm open to them. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick and get some more liquids to drink, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, 2, 2, and X. That's fair. BRB in a few. Alright, back now. Any suggestions about what cards I can try instead? Anyone? Bueller? No suggestions yet. Sure, I'll drop the Den for another Plains. So I'm skeptical of the Skyboat currently. Guess I'll look at the internet to see what the internet says. Could play a second Disenchant effect. Could also play a Mystic Forge in the sideboard. I think I'm going to cut this. I think I'm going to play a Worm Coil and the 4th Mystic Forge. I don't like Ratchet Bomb. Prefer explosives if you're going to go that route, but that might also be bad. I'm going to cut the second Crypt. And I'm going to go get those cards real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Well, maybe a little bit more than 2 seconds, but give me a few seconds. Mystic Forge, I think, is really good in this deck. I've been really impressed overall. Don't know how other people have felt about it. Second Disenchant wouldn't be bad. Cast Out is sort of the same as Disenchant. I'll bet a lot more inefficient. I thought about Welding Jar, actually. I'm not sure. Welding Jar is kind of interesting, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it. Coil. Alright. Thank you, Mana Traders, for trading me. Thanks for everyone hanging out. Yeah, but I mean, we do max out on mentors, right? So I'm still thinking about Welding Jar. It's been in and out of my brain, the dough. That's definitely a good call. I've thought about it a lot, and I still haven't made up my mind. Dakota-kins, thank you for the follow. Oh, is DT Lorch still here? If DT Lorch, should I open a chest for you? Yeah, that's kind of why I was thinking about that. Maybe I'll just play Welding Jar over the 4th Forge. I kind of like that, actually. I'll try that. I'm not convinced it's, like, right, obviously, but it seems not illogical. It seems like it could be good, I guess is the best way of putting it. So, I'm going to try this configuration in 1 second. I'm going to update the deck list, and then that'll probably be fun. Did the deck list update? Can someone tell me? The E-Lunar Rangers. They're not down to Chalice on 0. I don't know what that means. They're not saved. Looks like it's saved for me. I don't know. It looks like it's updated to me. It'd be faster to just go to good bots real quick because I want to get the next league going. I'll buy one random Welding Jar. Sure. Whoa, they're buying for 2.4? Basically a millionaire. Wormcoil is that card. Essentially the dough. If that makes sense. Alright. Let's play a new league. Match 1. Slightly different list with a Welding Jar and a Wormcoil. Those players' reward packs do not contain anything valuable in them. All of the cards are like worthless, so I'm okay with it. Gosh, it was hot outside today. It was like 100, essentially. And with the heat index, it was probably a little bit warmer than that, really. So, wasn't a fan. Definitely was not a fan. Alright, we got an opponent. Playing against T-Keg Tapper. Plan is Tomb Petal Mentor. Giant fan. Oh, it's hard to have a giant fan when you're walking around outside. Obviously, if they have like Bolt or something, it sucks. But I'm still gonna make this play. Oops. Sorry about that. Guess the bot was lagging a little bit. Alright, I guess the fastest way is to actually accept it, take it, and then just go back to the game. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright. What was I doing? Yep. I think waiting gets worse for me. Basically built to slam all the time. Alright. That's fine. That was like kind of one of the worst ones for them to have for me, but the thing is I don't even have an ability to play around Spell Pierce next turn, so it wouldn't even be that like exciting. Alright, so I'm going to Ballista for 2 and see if I can shoot down the Mystic. Kind of want to make this Ballista uncounterable. Because I do believe killing this Mystic guaranteed is pretty important. Although, it's kind of likely they don't have Force of Will, because they would have forced the Mentor on turn 1 otherwise. But they could have drawn it. So, that's what's going on here. Alright, we'll attack for 2 first and see what they do. I think I have to run out the Salvagers now, though. If they have Snap Plow, it'll suck. If they have Force, it kind of sucks. Counterspell. In this economy, Counterspell. That's alright at least. They might have Snap Plow, but whatever. Oh no, they don't have a plow. Oh no, they do. So if they had a plow, they could have plowed with the prowess trigger on the stack, and that would... I guess I might not attack then, right? So I guess this is actually correct for them. Alright. Probably gonna lose now. We kind of like used all of our gas, but I'm comfortable with the way I played it. Alright, let's see if they still have the skull in their hand or if they shuffled it away. Alright. They shuffled it away to redraw it essentially. Usually that deck plays GT2. Alright, they have a Force in their hand. Chalice on 1 to see if they'll force it. Alright, they didn't, unfortunately. I think it might actually be better for them not to force it by this point. But going to need to draw pretty well here. Look at another random card in their hand. Well, it showed me the Battle Skull again, so... Karakas, eh? Alright. Guess that's technically something. If it resolves, I'm just gonna plus it on nothing, actually. No, it's fine. I guess I could get LED. Maybe the... Alright, well, it got forced, which I'm happy about. Well, I guess I'm not happy about it, but... At least it denies them that force. So now their hand is 2 unknowns. If they have Jace here, I'm pretty done for. I think if I were them, I would just plus every turn. The problem is I have so many bad cards to draw that... That's probably the worst one. Where are all of the Dark Depths players? I put 2 Karakas in my deck because of specifically Dark Depths. I guess I played against one of them last week. Alright, so I know I'm drawing a dead card, so I'm dead. Alright, that sucks. What was I siding out before in this matchup? No, not really. I mean, I don't really understand what you're saying. Turn 1 City of Traitors. Turn 2 Ancient Tomb. I can't really play around that Spell Pierce, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Don't think so, because, like, also that deck sometimes plays Click, and we in fact did see a Click from them. Obviously, we didn't know that until that, but also there's just so many 4-mana cards that I don't think you're allowed to wait. Like, look at how many 4-mana cards there are. 4, 8, 11. I believe by waiting, if you draw another 4-mana card, it's really just not a good situation for you. Like, when you sign up to play this deck, I think you're supposed to just jam most of the time. Barring some weird situations. The Chalice, but no good follow-up. I'm gonna just mulligan. Alright, I'm gonna keep and bottom the second Mentor. I'm gonna go Tomb, Petal, Mentor, Bauble, LED. Then crack Bauble on their turn. Right, they've gone to 5, so that's kind of nice. Why? No, I think that's crazy. I can't do that. Might get plowed, but so be it. I'm still up 2 monks, so it's sort of fine. Alright. Just bubble you. Alright, they're drawing a force. So. Alright. So their hand's force and 3 other cards I don't know. Alright, well, them fetching that makes me think they don't have B2B in their hand. Because if you have B2B in your hand, you should fetch Island, probably. Alright. Snap Plow, probably. Alright, so now they have Force and 2 unknowns. Let's see if Monk Stompy will get them. That's awkward. Actually, that is great. Now, okay, they're gonna let that resolve, and now I'm gonna play this, and they basically have to force it, but they also have to block with their Stoneforge now. Yes, I agree. It was a sick draw. So now the Battle Scroll won't even be enough, and they're at 1, and they can't cast Plow. So that Lotus Petal was basically ideal. Mox Opal would have also done it, obviously, but either of those would have been really good draws right there. Don't think I'm going to change anything now, though. Turn 1 Mentor. Or I could turn 1 Chalice, actually. That might be better. This hand's pretty good, though, so I'm not going to mulligan. I'm going to Chalice on 1, I think. If they pierce it, that's fine. Right. Don't love that. I'm gonna see if this resolves. Alright, sucks. I was actually probably supposed to cycle one of those baubles. Yeah, I can cast out their Batter's Claw. Yeah, I was supposed to cycle a Bauble, I think. I'm just gonna cast out their Batter's Claw, I think. Just to take the clock off. Okay. I mean, whatevs. Problem is, like, these tombs are definitely killing me. But they only have 1 card. Teferi. Okay. Don't really care about their Teferi. I think it doesn't really matter. But here I'm hoping to cycle into LED, really. I'm going to use the Ballista to block their Germ. Alright, so they drew Vistas. Oh, but they have one unknown card. Right, whatever, I'm gonna pretend it's not good, because I can't really win if it's good. Really? The top card's Ponder. They have one card in hand. Oh man, their last card's Force? I'm pretty dead then. Sylvie. My plan was to make a monk to block with, but obviously that's off the table now. Alright. I don't think I can draw out, really. I was planning to take 2 damage to make a monk to block. Have to block here. And then probably cannot draw anything because I'm at 1. I'm at 2, and both these ancient tombs basically kill me. Right, there's the GT. Not that that really matters. How sad. Alright. Don't think I could have done anything there. I could have. I don't really believe in that. I don't think it matters one way or the other how you die. Just that you die. Was 1 turn short still. No, if I drew LED that turn, I was fine, right? There was a Ballista in my yard. I guess so. I'm not sure. I love Welding Jar, even though I think it's not great. I don't think you need GT. Like, Walking Ballista and GT are sort of the same card, really. Like, your deck's already kind of stretched on that access of having wish targets already for life gain. No! Why? Oh my god. God damn it, Edgar. Well, I know Edgar's 4-color control, but his hand sucks a lot, even though, like... Alright, this is a little bit better. And I'm just gonna bottom Walking Ballista. I'm gonna play it a little bit slower because I know he's specifically 4-color control. Normally I would just play the Mentor on 1, but... Alright, well, I guess I'm playing the Mentor this turn now. Yeah, I agree with that. Right, maybe we're okay. Show me potato salad. If you have the force, you have the force. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh, they had that force. Alright. Whatevs. No! Why, Edgar? Why? Gonna play around Narset and Leovold. Oh my god, they're a wasteland. Maybe they're not allowed to waste me. No, just turn your GT into a 2-2 clearly is the answer. Where's Brainstorm? Alright. I think they still have this wasteland that I saw from Bauble at some point. Damn, that sucks. Getting wrecked again. So they have force in their hand. I'm dead again, really. This matchup seems really challenging, actually. Alright, that cuts off a lot of outs, actually, so kind of sucks. Alright, I'm about ready to pack in this game. Don't know. Well, now they're significantly reduced because they have a blue card plus force. The Mentor almost killed them after I mulled to 6, but didn't really quite get there. It's a waste of time. Alright, I think I'm actually going to side in the Worm Coil. Side out one Forge. Well, those were clearly English, Teroy. I too. I don't know, because I could definitely read them. That's just not true. Yeah, good thing there are Japanese war boxes on Magic Online. Sub-Simic Guild Mage. To wish for. I believe Edgar only has 2 Wastelands. I actually think this is a good hand. If I draw a Mentor, it is better to sandbag those. If I draw another 0-drop artifact, I can slam the Salvagers next turn. Drew chose not to shuffle, which is kind of terrifying, actually. Alright. It's not too late. This makes all my trinkets way better. Ooh, okay. That's much better for me than the alternatives, really. It's actually, like, really good for me, I think. This one named Construct, actually. Now I can actually cycle this Bauble, I think. Yeah, I'll just cycle the Bauble. Not really. I mean, like, the critical amounts of mana are 4s, really. So now, no, is what I'm going with. Okay. I guess he does not really have a good card in hand. This is going to be like the biggest monk token ever. I am going off. This is kind of wonderful. Alright, I guess I'll have to be satisfied with my 10/10 monk token. What could be in Edgar's hand? So I wanted to keep this safe from Thoughtseize, so I don't really want to draw into my hand. Oh, actually, they can't cast Thoughtseize. That was stupid. Plague Engineer would make sense, actually. Cycle one Bauble now, I guess. Alright. Apparently he did not draw as well that game. You know, that can happen, I suppose, but we drew pretty well. Seeker, I don't think the deck is that bad, but I think this matchup's pretty bad. If that makes sense. I wonder if Edgar's streaming. Bad versus Thoughtseize, but I have a turn 2 Forge. Guess I unhappily keep. Also, I'm immune to Wasteland this game, so... Just gonna slam again. We did not come here not to slam. Damn. Alright. Come on, just Thoughtseize me. That I'm fine with. As fine as I can be. Guess I'll play the Tomb. If they waste that, that's fine. Alright, I want to draw that one, so... Whoa. Ambush Viper engaged. Probably means their hand's not great if that's happening, actually. Or I'm getting K commanded, one or the other. Okay. This is pretty good, actually. I'm gonna get Welding Jar here, I think. Well, I should have actually done this first. I think we're, like, actually kind of doing it somehow. Right. Probably the worst Seeker. No. This is fine. Force of Will. Force of Will. I'm actually okay drawing the City of Traitors and this Mox Opal. Is the Chalice is okay to draw too? Who said I wasn't going to be able to cast that Worm Coil? Was there someone here who said that? I think there was someone who said that. Hold on. Who said I couldn't cast the Worm Coil? Also, check out this sick play. I'm gonna go after the run with my Mystic Forge, actually. Even Chalice on 1, which shuts off a lot of outs. Yeah, Mystic Forge is insane. Alright, I drew really better that game. Like, I drew extraordinarily well versus Edgar, I think, that game. I think the matchup sucks still, but an unanswered Forge will, like, steamroll them, as you can see. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely true. Mystic Forge, I think it, like, broke Vintage in half. It is super swingy. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to put that, actually. I think Max Gilmore has... I don't have a large N with this deck. But, yeah, your opening hands can look very different, obviously. I don't know. I think it's good, though. I think it's super dry 6-5-5-1. How do I want to play this? There's 3 LEDs main and 1 in the sideboard Seeker. No, Seeker, you need to look at the deck list carefully before you start laughing. No, I think you just laughed. You laughed it up, Fuzzball. I'm into Urza's Bauble them to get an idea what their deck is before doing anything else. Ponder. Yeah, we should. Maybe Sunday or something, I'm not sure. I'm gonna save the other Bauble, but I actually do need this not to be like duressed or whatever 100% of the time. If there's a chance that they're on like Storm or something. Fair enough. Ask and ye shall receive. Alright, I'm gonna jam this. If they force it, that's fine. Because I actually really do want to resolve the Karn next turn instead. And if it resolved, it was also fine. Obviously, it kind of sucks that I couldn't, like, Cavern it, but I think that's fine. Starting to storm pretty loudly here. Don't know, Berman 21. Don't know. So it looks like Grixis control again. Kind of annoying, but whatevs. Interesting. That actually... Now I can decide if I want to play Mentor or Karn. Yo, Ninja still, thanks for the follow. Should I play Karn or Mentor? I feel like I should play Mentor. Only problem with playing Mentor is I can't necessarily play Karn. So actually, I guess I'll play Karn then. Did I play around Bolt though? No, I'm not going to play around Bolt. They usually have Fatal Push anyways instead. I'm going to get the LED and not play it because I do have the Mentor. So next turn I could just play Mentor, double trigger it. If I get bolted here, it'll kind of suck, but whatevs. Alright, I didn't get bolted. Why does Soul Land matter? Yeah, I can try for the Lattice if I really want to. I probably don't want to, period. I think I would probably just get Worm Coil instead of that, but I don't know. See what they do. Gurmag Angler? Looks like Gurmag Angler. Ooh. Alright. I'm gonna go for Lattice now. It doesn't cost me that much to try for it. Alright. I do have 2 redraws. Got him. That's some really loud thunder. I hope my power doesn't go out. That would suck. Or maybe I'll just finish the league ASAP before Lightning Bolt kills my computer. Pun intended. Pun intended. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. What's up, Goblin Wacky? It's going well. I went 3-2 in the first league, and I'm currently 1-1. I'm 1-1 versus Edgar on the night, so basically the best. That's a great question. It cycles first off. I'm gonna bauble them first to decide what to do with this Chalice. I'm probably still gonna Chalice on one. Congrats, Rampage. Okay. I'll still Chalice on one. And I'll play the Bauble. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's good for show and tell. Right. I'll still play the Bauble. If they want to Rampage my Bauble, then I can just crack in response. But yeah, Cast Out is like an Oblivion Ring effect that you can also draw while you're going off. That's mildly problematic. Don't think I'm going to play my land yet. I think I'm going to Chalice on one and leave the Bauble in play to protect against Rampage. Yeah, I can go Infinite with Mentor. So they have a Rampage and 2 unknowns. This sucks. High, not very bright. Seeker. High Seeker. Should I crack this? Seems like no. I'm not gonna crack it. Yeah, if I had drawn that, if I had had that Plains, I think I'd be slightly better off. I'm gonna force them to edict my, well, also, I know they have Rampage, so if I cracked it, they could just edict my Chalice, right? So for both of those reasons, I chose not to do that. Now I played that here, because if I draw a Soul Land and something else, I could, start returning Baubles with Salvagers. Obviously, that's a long-term plan, but might as well plan for it. Oh my god, that's brutal. Alright. I guess I'm dead now, but... Now we're in dire straits. Toxic Deluge. Okay, that's fine. You can draw that one. Alright, alright. We're sort of doing it. If I draw LED, like, I actually win. So... Come on, LED. Come on, LED. Come on, LED. Alright, so they're Brainstorm locked. Alright, I guess I'll play it and force them to Deluge for 4 or kill it in some other way. Note, their deck is not actually very good at killing this card, so I guess they can Rampage it. The worst would be if they, like, killed it, then Surgical'd me. Because I have 2 more in my hand. So, just hoping that doesn't happen. They might be shuffling away that Deluge. That's my suspicion. Alright, deck. Thank you, I suppose. That's really funny. If they have Force of Negation for that, obviously they live, which kind of sucks, but... Alright, I'm gonna play this out to play around Surgical specifically. Yep, it did in fact do that. They have This is the worst part again. It's my least favorite part. Oh, whoops. I misclicked too. How do I grab Ballista? Tell me how I grab Ballista and I would do it. What are you talking about? This can't return Karn. Yes, that's basically what has to happen. I agree. God damn it. I keep... Yeah, I keep misclicking slightly. It's not actually going to matter, but it's super annoying. I will put Chalice on 3. That's going to happen in a bit. Yes, I do not want to play with Shimmermere, though. That's the key part of this. I didn't even have to look that up, I just knew what it was, because I remember people being obsessed with that card in the standard format, too. Also could use Wrath Compassion, yes. Storm 34. It's a classic of our time. I don't know how many Bauble triggers I have, but the answer is probably not enough. I can draw my entire deck. I'm not going to draw, like, entirely my entire deck. Just... Can I check the effects area? Where's the effects area? Oh, I only have 5 Bauble triggers? That's barely any. Alright. Guess I'll keep going. It sucks to play a little bit online, yeah. I think it's good, though, so, I mean, whatever. You just have to take your lumps. Alright, I'm just gonna call it quits at 9 draw steps. I guess I'll put all the things back into play, but... After that, I think I'm going to call it quits. I know. Alright, I'll say go. Nine's not really enough. Alright, this should be good enough now. One reason to play Cast Out is if you have double LED, you can cast out their shit. Well, the problem is if they kill my Salvagers, it's not enough, right? That's kind of funny. Alright, that's fine. Guess I'll just make a bunch of shit. I'm of the opinion that this Mentor will probably be good enough. No, it can't be countered because of my Cavern. You all are... I don't know. I hope people didn't think I had forgotten that. I mean, I won't lie. I have accidentally cast things into my own Chalice on stream before, so that is actually a fair, like, thing to be like, oh no! But here I do not forget, so. I'm going to cast out the Strix EOT, probably. Well, I mean, streamers mess up all the time, to be fair. They drew C and they played that Tarn. They might have a Deluge in their hand, but they can't use it, so. I thought Aaron trained you better than that, the dough. So, like, I didn't full-blown combo them, even though I could IRL. But here, I think, like, 9 cards is probably enough most of the time, given this board state. Alright, we're 2-1. Bombermans. You do have to play fast enough to not time out to that stuff, though, but whatever. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Alright, so 3-2-2-1, so currently 3-2-2-1, so 3-2-2-1, so 5-3 currently on the night. Yeah, I think this 8 Bauble, 3 Opal configuration is pretty good. Because a lot of people are doing that. It's me, bro. No soul lands, no mana. Ugh. I guess this is actually a keep. What do I do with this hand? think I'm gonna bottom an Urza's Bauble. First trick, Bauble you. Elvish Visionary, alright. No, I think putting the petal on the bottom is maniacal. Scavenging Ooze, so it looks like elves. So Soul Land would be really good. No such luck. I guess I'll just play Bauble and Chalice on one instead. Kind of sucks that they're already set up to go past it, but... Are you... No! No! Alright, I'm gonna make sure that they're actually elves, but I don't have Skyboat anymore in my sideboard. Remember, we cut it? Alright. At least we know the matchup now, so I can... That's probably Birchwood Rangers. Yep, Birchwood Rangers. Guess I wasn't technically dead, but it's going to be really hard to win from there. This is a matchup where I think you actually do want Chalice and Plow in your deck at the same time, which is kind of awkward, but whatever. I want Cast Out for the Oofy as well. I think Mystic Forge might... Feels like it might kind of suck, actually. Mentor might also suck, but I think if you cut Mentor, you might not have enough threats in your deck. Whoa, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, I guess I'll go like this. That sucked a lot. That was kind of... Oh no, the Priest! I forgot the Priest! I hit submit before putting the Priest in. Unfortunate. I think the second Cavern is the worst card in my hand. You could make a case for Karakas, but if you bottom the Karakas, you can't even cast Plow anymore. So I think it's better to bottom the second Cavern than the Karakas. They have a Foothills in their hand. Alright, I can cycle that if necessary. I probably do want to cycle that. Oops. Come on, just have your entire hand be 1-drops. Damn it, deck. Alright. In case they kill my Chalice, this unlocks my Plow to cast it if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. But I'm giving myself the option to do so. Yo! Schultz Cube, welcome back! It's been a while, man. I hope you're having a good one. Playing some Bomberman tonight. Decay on Chalice, maybe? Trophy on Ballista. I'm okay with that, actually. The rampant growth is really valuable. I'm not going to die to a no Sentinel. I don't think there's any possible way. Alright, thank you, deck. Thank you, deck. Washington? DC? Are we going to be buddies? Thank you, opponent. Thank you. I didn't have to do 1,000 clicks. Maybe this is a matchup where I'm supposed to just side these two in and just go for speed. Is that crazy? Attempted rationalism? This card is also just good versus them. Might do that. Oh. You made me sort of sad, but that's okay. I might actually shave one Karn, I think. Maybe keep lead there. Alright, that sort of makes sense. Maybe, yeah. I get Karning for the explosives is pretty powerful, so maybe that's correct. It could be anything. So I get 4 draws at another soul land / white source. I think this is actually a keep. Note, I sided out the Ballista, put the Ballista in my main deck as a removal spell, which is maybe punishing, but I think I'm going to just keep this hand and just cycle my things ASAP. Note, by cycling my things ASAP, that also reduces my exposure to Ufi. It's not that rough, I think. Oops. That's my deck card. Karakas. It's GP Vegas. Yeah, I'm not going though. That's actually pretty okay. As long as I don't get Ufi this turn, this is like actually insanely good for me. I think there is. I think the modern coverage starts tomorrow. Oh my god, that looks so tasty. Are we doing it? I think we are. I think Ballista for 2 is just so much better than alternatives that I can't pass it up. Wish I hadn't cut the Ufi for specifically this matchup, but that's okay. American Outlaw 420, thank you for the follow. 4 mana double Mog Fanatic, is that good versus elves? They might have the Zenith for the thing, but... Sky Sovereign is what I meant to say. Ooh, that might be good, actually. I think I will still get LED, though, and not play it. I think so, too. But it depends on what happens specifically this turn. The thing is, Priest being a counterspell to Zenith is actually super nice. I'm going to let them fetch the Arbor here. That's okay. I could have, like, Priested in response, but if they just get a Black Source and, like, trophy this, that's not even that exciting, really. If they attack with all their stuff, then I will actually flash in the Priest and block the Druid. Right, exactly. That's why I didn't want to do that. That's why I made this play instead. Like, my suspicion is they're either casting Zenith for 2 or attacking my Karn with all 3 of their creatures. If they play a land first, then it becomes kind of weird. I think if they play a land first, I think I'll just let my Karn die. But I'm not sure yet. Interesting. Alright. Gonna block Heritage Druid. If you block the Dryad Arbor, they can pick it up with Quirion Ranger. I know! This is way better. Oh, they already used Quirion Ranger? Then possibly I should have blocked the Arbor, actually. But it's okay. I think I'm going to win, regardless. And also the Heritage Druid might just be more dangerous anyways, for what it's worth. Because if you kill the Druid here, they'll have, like, virtually no mana next turn. Can I get... Alright. So if I play Salvagers, what happens? They will... Oh, I can just... Well, I can't get back this turn with Karn. That's true. Yo, Amor Fadi, thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I think I'm going to lead on Chalice on 1 and see what they do. Yeah, I think I'm going to Chalice on 1 and then play Salvagers in the LED. I have to take a bunch of damage, but I think that's okay. But I couldn't have overpowered it anyways, right? Did I miss something? Didn't they have 2 activations? So the problem is I would only have 1, 2, 3. I'll have 1 floating. Yeah, I would only have 5 mana afterwards. No, I'd only have 5. So they can activate Ooze twice, though. Right? Clearing Ranger, float a green, use Ranger to return this, untap this, eat it twice. No, you float a green from this and then use Clearing Ranger to untap Dryad Arbor. That's why I didn't make that play. It's fine. It's probably going to be fine. Well, I guess it depends on what they do. Yes, I will make that block, and then I will block the Clearing Ranger with my Salvagers if they attack with that. Next turn, my plan is to wish for Wormcoil, play it, and then the turns after it slowly return Baubles with the Salvagers if they let me, but see what happens. If they play another 2-drop, I could hypothetically put the Wish on the stack from Karn, crack this for black, and then play E for 2 and crack it, which might actually be better. So I might actually do that instead. It really depends on what they do this turn, though. What happens if I actually let it go? Because I'm not really allowed to do that. Yeah, I actually do die if I let it go, so I'm not allowed to do that. I won't really be in the Abyss for too long. But we'll see what happens this turn. It's kind of interesting, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can cast both things, go to 2. So I can lead on cast out. I think it was merely good, but might be good enough, I guess. Yeah, actually, this is insanely good. Yeah, we can. I'm just being silly. Alright. Well, they've currently floated 3 green and are starting to eat everything with Scavenging Ooze, so I don't think they have Trophy in their hand, is my take on the situation. And we're protected from Surgical. Not really. I'm gonna just leave a bunch of mana floating. How could Fairy Macabre get me? If they have two Fairy Macabre. No, I don't think it actually works. I think you should count how much mana I had. I think I was able to play around all of that, actually. Oh, Christ. Are they actually going to make me do this all the way through? Guess so. That's fine. I only need... It's actually faster to just make a bunch of mana and make the enormous ballista again, is the reality. Yeah, I'll do that to just send a message. I only need to float 40 because I can attack for 2. No, but pumping a ballista is so much slower, in my opinion. So I'm not going to do that. Also, a bunch of people just don't play with the chat open. Like, when I'm testing, not streaming, I don't generally have the chat open, personally. So... I'm the wrong person to ask that. I reserve the right to filter any deck out. Well, I believe there are software engineering reasons why that doesn't exist bar 23. 4 Horsemen. That's not a functional deck, though. Four Horsemen is not actually functional or viable. Is Pauper Storm the one where you have to, like, snap or ghostly flicker your Cloud of Fairies repeatedly with cost reducers in play? Or how does it work now? Okay, then is there an untapper, or how does it actually work, I guess, is the question. I have an attack for 2, for those of you who are wondering, so... How many minutes I spend doing that? Six to 7 minutes. They're AFK, I guess. I don't know what Pauper Storm looks like anymore. I haven't played that deck since the days of Grape Shot. However long ago that was. Probably infinitely long ago. I don't really like Pauper anymore, all things considering. Okay, we're 3-1. One more match to finish it out. God, all that freaking clicking. Nourishing Shoal for 12, just waste my time. I would just restart the loop, I guess, but obviously it would suck. So I can Chalice for 1/1, crack a Bauble. This actually I think is pretty good. I should have led with Mox probably. I'm going to actually Bauble them to make sure that this Chalice on 1 is a good idea. Because there are scenarios where it's not good. Alright. Well, versus that, it probably is good. It's pretty good. I can play the Mentor next turn. I've walked out their draw step. I'm actually going to lead on Mystic Forge because I think it's the more valuable one to get into play sooner. This is going well. Right. I guess if I played the Mentor first, it would have gone a little bit better, but that's okay. So I know they have a Thoughtseize in their hand. Could be Storm, technically speaking, right? Should I pretend it's Storm? Well, even if it's Storm, I'm kind of pre-boarded versus them anyways. I think I'm just not going to sideboard anything. Yeah, I'm just not going to side anything. If it turns out to be Pile, we can readjust for game 3, but... I feel like it's slightly more likely to be Storm, but I don't have a good basis for that. And if I believe that, this hand sucks. Alright, I'm going to keep and bottom that. Obviously, we don't have like the best card for Storm in our hand, which is Chalice or Karn. We are, like, Thoughtseize proof, which is kind of nice. Lotus Petal. gonna play the Tomb. Don't think playing a 1/1 Ballista is all that exciting. Well, no, but maybe, I don't know. Just gonna say go. Alright, this looks a lot like Storm to me. The double Underground Sea, I think, is pretty likely. Well, they play both now. They play like 7 to 8 Duress Thoughtseize nowadays. Alright, it is Storm. But my Dead to Pass in Flames. Probably, it looks like. Oh yeah, this is pretty trivial, I think. Alright. Yeah, it felt like I was correct on my Storm read. Now that I definitely know it's Storm, I can completely 100% adjust. I can take Mystic Forge out, I think. Well, Actually, none of my sideboard cards are really that exciting for Storm either. Crypt is like the closest one, but they can still go off with ad nauseam. Really, I just want to mulligan to a Chalice or a Karn, I think is the reality. Jar might be better than these two. Right. Jar and Crypt. You think Fetchable Crypt is better? I don't think so, but it's close. I guess I keep. It's not the most exciting hand. I need a good follow-up, obviously, but don't think I'm allowed to mulligan a hand that has turn 1 Chalice for 1. Not great. Right, so they just drew Brainstorm, that we know about. Not great. We have lots of manas. Karn would have been pretty good there. Alright, it sucks. My hand is basically garbage besides the Chalice. Yeah, Karn would have been quite good. My hand sucks. There's really no reason to play these out. Actually, there might be a reason to play exactly the LED out, but there's not a real reason to play the others out. Kind of hope their hand's just like a million bounce balls and shit. It could be, like, a lot of the times they have to slow down post-board. Alright, I guess I'll play OD out and a basic planes. This was so frustrating. I think I should be actually favored in this game, but literally just didn't draw anything for like 5 turns. I think we are actually. That's been my experience playing this matchup. Both Karn and Chalice are insanely good versus them, and Mentor is a fast clock. Mentor and Salvagers are like reasonably fast clocks. I felt more than fine versus them. Alright. I guess I die. That was not a great end to the night, but, you know, shit happens. Going to open 2 chests, then pay it forward to someone else. Let's see what's in the 2 chests. Chest number 1. Here we go. An identity crisis for Schultz cubed. And 2.5 play points, so I'm above expectations slightly. And a chest for DT Lurch. Ooh, 45 play points and a Skyfire Phoenix. When you cast your commander, return Skyfire Phoenix from the graveyard to play. And it's a 3/3 flying haste. Weird card. I registered Identity Crisis before. Identity Crisis. Hell. Oh. Identity Crisis and Phoenix. Oh, that sucked. But can't let things get you down, because if you do, it's not really a good time. Right. Let's see. Ooh, well, you all can watch some War Prison, I guess. Be back next Monday to stream something else. I'm not sure what yet. Probably Modern, because I expect a ban to happen. Anyways, have a good night.